Senator Ned Nwoko said that 99% of Anioma people are Igbos. Those who wants to claim Benin should go ahead. That's what he said.
This was how Anioma people, Ibanke people, converged in Enugu State to deliberate on the state creation to have their Anioma state. You can see how everybody was seated, both their traditional rulers and other people.
A slot was given to the Southeast zone to create one extra state and make the Southeast 6 states. But our brothers from Delta State, that's the Anioma people, felt that this is a wonderful opportunity for them to grab. And, they want to grab it with their 2 hands with what Senator Nwoko is doing.
In Lagos, the consensus between the House and the Senate committees on constitutional amendment is that there should be 1 state for Southeast to make it 6.
So we have 7.
Yes, and then after that, referendum will come the next few weeks, I'm sure, or months. Almost certainly before the end of the year. We've gotten the guidelines, and for this particular creation of an Anioma state, the referendum will not be limited to just the 9 local government areas. It will extend to all the 5 southeastern states, because we are trying to take the slot that belongs to southeastern states.
Why are you so passionate about this?
Because it's a...
Yes, so my good people, according to Senator Ned Nwoko, the senator representing Anyocha North Senatorial District, that is representing the Anioma people of Delta State, that is looking for states out of Delta State. So the Senator Ned Nwoko is doing justice to the job being elected for him to do. I want to believe that Anioma people are happy with him. Anioma people, they love what Senator Nwoko is doing on their behalf. And anything Nwoko does, he do it on the behalf of Anioma people. And Anioma people majorly are not complaining. Yes, as usual, you will have some, seed of visitors, like he said, 1% that claim that they are from Benin. They may be the ones saying that they don't want Anioma State to be seated to the Southeast. But Southeast is not talking too much. Yes, we are welcoming you people with open arms. But people that knows the situation, that understand what is going on, want to grab this opportunity that their forefathers has been fighting for. You will hear everything in this video that Sion and Ned Nwoko engaged in Channels TV. You will hear everything what Ned Nwoko said. This is an opportunity for decades ago. Their forefathers have been fighting it. How do we get back to the Southeast? Yes, there are some little identity crises of which we want to resolve this problem now once and for all. So how do we get back to the Southeast? And boom, this opportunity came up to have Southeast created with additional states. And we were like, okay, do we use the Titi state or do we use another state? But when Ned Nwoko came and snatched the opportunity, he made it to be so juicy that, we in the Southeast, we find it difficult to resist. One, you cannot deny your brothers. Forget what happened. After all, the person that caused the problem of 1966Q is from Anioma State, which is Kaduna Nzogu, Major Kaduna Nzogu. He's the one that, led the 1966Q, of which it was termed Igbo Q. And we in the Southeast suffered it. Though everybody suffered it, even in the Delta State, the Igbo-speaking part of Delta State, Anioma people, they still suffered it. But we are the people that suffered it the more. We have been carrying the cross of Anioma people, at the age long of Nigeria. You know what happened? Go and read the history. And Kaduna Nzogu carried out a queue, and we in the Southeast suffered it much. To tell you that if anything happened tomorrow, in fact, the pain you will have is to even be more than what Southeast people will witness because of what happened then at St. Patrick's, where a lot of Anioma people were killed in the name of that civil war. So you got the point. So, but the fact still remains that a referendum is coming up. A referendum will come up before the end of this year, as said by Senator Ned Nwoko. And that referendum is not just about the Anioma people. The referendum will be carried out in Anioma and also in the southeast to make sure that everybody is on the same page. That is why the government will do that referendum both in the southeast and in Anioma state proposed. But before we go ahead, let's listen to what Senator Ned Nwoko, the interview with Seun at Channels TV. Thank you. When we get back, we'll talk more on that.
In Lagos, the consensus between the House and the Senate committees on constitutional amendment is that there should be one state for Southeast
to make it
6.
So we have 37.
Yes, and then after that, then there will be one state per zone to make it 7-7 to bring it apart with Northwest.
So I'm not sure Nigerians are happy with more states. The ones that we have, at some point they were they couldn't feed themselves. They couldn't pay salaries. Now we're going to be creating. How do you convince the average Nigerian that really creation of state is the way to go?
Are you aware that in Delta State, for example, that we have the largest allocation every month? Largest allocation for FAC. Are you aware of that? And this comes from oil and gas resources. Delta North has almost 40% of that allocation. And that 40% is more than what you have in maybe Ebonyi or in Enugu or in Zamfara. So we are much more ready than most current states. We have the resources. That's not the issue.
So as a lawyer, quickly, because we're due for another break, as a lawyer, if you look at the position of the Constitution in state creation, in delineation, boundary adjustment, and local government creation, it's very clear of how, the processes on how to create a state. Have you met that criteria as stipulated by the Constitution, where the Constitution stipulates that there will be a referendum in the areas, in all of the areas, where this state creation proposition is coming from? Have you been able to meet that?
Of course, yes. Referendum will come in the next few weeks, I'm sure, or months. Almost certainly before the end of the year. We've gotten the guidelines, and for this particular creation of an Anioma state, the referendum will not be limited to just the 9 local government areas. It will extend to all the 5 southeastern states, because we are trying to take the slot that belongs to southeastern states.
Why are you so passionate about this?
Because it's an legislation that's been 70-something years, but by our forefathers.
What if this fails, if it doesn't happen?
Well, it's life. At least we would have tried our best. But who would have thought that we would have gotten to where we are now? Who would have thought so? So it's something that our forefathers fought for. They traveled and traversed across the country trying to, lobby, trying to, ask others to support them. But now we're doing it from within National Assembly through a bill, as I said, and there is really nothing that will stop it.
All right, give me a moment. We need to go on the break. But when we come back, in truth, if this goes through and passes through all of the processes of lawmaking in the National Assembly, what are the implications? Will these douse all of the agitation and quiet the noises coming from the southeast region of the country? What are the dynamics politically, economically, and culturally? Senator Ned Nwoko has been pushing for Anioma State. Senator, in all of this, what gives you the optimism that this is going to be successful?
I am an optimist generally, and there's really nothing that I've put my mind to that I've not achieved. I remember many years ago, I told them I wanted to build a sports university. They said, "But why sports university?" And I said, "Look, there's need for a sports university." Many people didn't believe it would happen, but now we are in our 3rd year running. Many years ago, I said I wanted to go to Antarctica. People said, why do you want to go to Antarctica? Nobody goes there. And I did, just to prove a point. And then, of course, when I started to work on the Paris Club reforms, people said, but it's not possible to take British government to court. It's not possible to take the American government to court or the French. I said, well, it is doable. And I did.
You have done so many impossible things.
Of course, yes.
Even so personally, you have done many impossible things.
Tell me what it is. But
you married 4 wives. That's almost an impossible. Impossibility brought us there. That's not the topic. The impossibility brought. There are those who say, legally speaking, procedurally, this is almost impossible.
No, it is not. What is impossible about it? I remember when I discussed this with the president, as I was saying before, he assured me before I left PDP to APC that he will support it as long as we at the National Assembly are able to do our work. And our work is almost done, because by the time we get to the third reading and then the referendum, the president will take it from there.
A referendum is an expensive task. Anyway. It's like an election.
It is a plebiscite.
Yeah, it's a plebiscite.
And it will be done.
It will be conducted in Delta.
And the 5 states of Southeast.
Of the Southeast.
Of course, yes.
And you think that will happen?
Of course it will happen. It's a process.
The National Assembly has to, the houses of Assembly have to concord.
Yeah, of course. Those are the least of the problems. Because at the right time, Mr. President will call the governors and tell them to append their signatures.
The reason why I recall your legal your expertise, your training, is the fact that in the last 27 years, the last person that is able to create a state is the military government. And if you look at the section of the Constitution that states the creation of states, local government, boundary adjustment, and all of that, it makes it extremely difficult to be able to add to what we have in existence. And that's why a lot of lawyers, a lot of legal minds will tell you it's almost an impossibility happen.
What the Constitution has done is to provide for steps to be taken, provide for things to be done, and you just follow them. For example, this president is very strategic, and he has done wonderful things, and I know he will still do many wonderful things. But the most important thing that he would have done for us, the Aniomas and the Igbos, generally, is to give them that one state. Something that, as you said rightly, that no other civilian administration has done. So he will do it. He will do it because he understands what to do.
And you had this discussion with the president.
Yeah, he will do it because he feels that there must be peace in Southeast. Mr. President understands, and he loves the Igbos, he loves Southeast. He knows that this has to be done to bring peace. He wants peace across Nigeria. And he knows that this is one thing that is needed to bring peace and justice to the Igbos. So you are welcome back from that video, and I want to believe that the problem of Anioma State being created to join the Southeast will not come from the Southeast region. It will not. Because I am very sure that the Southeast people, many of us, just like what is happening in Anioma, they said no problem, we are ready to welcome them. Though very few for some issues or personal reservations, they want to believe that their extra state should be carved from inside Southeast. Probably the Etiti, Adada, Olu State, Aba State, or whatever they want to call it. So, but majority of the opinion that the extra state should be from Anioma, since Anioma people are interested, they are the one that pushed this proposition to the Southeasterners. And Ned Nwoko is doing the job that his people, elected him to do. And he has gone far to also join the APC. I know that his people are the ones that told him to join APC so that they make sure that they cross all the T's and dot all the I's to ensure that they don't miss this wonderful opportunity to join their brothers in the Southeast. Yes, I know that the Asaba of the Asaba, which is the person in charge of the committee earlier that recently resigned, has his own reservations about joining the Southeast. And also from what he's saying, he's not of the opinion that Ibanke people should be among the Anioma State. When he said that it should be limited to the 9 local governments from Delta states.
But I will show you that Ibanke people, they have unilaterally, wants to join the Anioma state by all means. And I'll show you a clip where somebody was talking about the meeting that was going on in Enugu, where Ibanke people were among the meeting and other Igbo-speaking areas. Well, from what Senator Ned Nwoko said, he said that they want to create extra seat for the Southeast, and later another state will be created individually to make up with the Southwest, with the Northwest that has 7 states. So Ikwere people should be warming up to grab this wonderful opportunity. So the Ikwere people, our brothers from River State, in quotes, we know that you are our brothers and you speak our language. So if you are interested, when that rounds come, when we must have been done with the 6 states in the Southeast, if they are interested, they can come and apply to join the Southeast to make it extra 7 states when that one comes. And going back to what the Asaba of Asaba said about where he come from, that his ancestors are from Igala. Somebody said that is a red flag to the Anioma state creation. So, but some things baffles me. They said he said it on the national television that he's Igala by tribe. So, but how can somebody knows his tribe if not through language, through the type of food you eat, your culture, your dressing? This is how you know your tribe, for God's sake. What kind of identity crisis is this? You speak Igbo, the Asaba speaks Igbo, clean Igbo, and still says that if that is true, somebody said it, if that is true, that he's a Igala by tribe. The only thing that makes you what you are is your language, majorly. You maintain your language. Why not he maintain his language and be speaking Igala in Asaba? Well, that is his own reservation, according to his own words. He resigns as the chairman, and I learned that the problem is not coming from governor of Delta State. He doesn't have issues with that. That they even want their own state outside the Anioma state. They want their own state and make Warri the state capital. If you even watch what is going on in Delta State now, Julius Berger is what they are using to work to do their jobs in Warri, to tell you how Warri is important to them. It's not this one that will come and be shouting about Onitsha that we need good contractors to work in Onitsha. They're not there for that one. No. Berger is the one constructing in Warri. You see the point? Already probably they have made that mindset that Warri is now their new capital. We are just waiting for these things to materialize, and boom, everything goes up in the air. So let's continue. And also I even learned that Obi of Abo said that he is not Igbo. Oh, waiting person never see. Well, that is their own reservations, and I want to tell you that Senator Ned Nwoko, that was elected by Anioma people, that's the Delta North, is doing the job that they elected him to do, including the Asaba, the Obi, and every other people in Anioma. They all elected Ned Nwoko, and Ned Nwoko is doing the job they elected him to do perfectly well. So, but it is left for the Anioma people to choose where their capital will be. Let them choose where their capital will be. If they want their capital to be at Ubuluku, Obashiukwu, anywhere they want it to be, let them decide. But somebody said that it is waste of money for now. It could amount to waste of money with all the establishment in Asaba for being the capital of Delta State, and they will now start afresh to build a virgin place, which is any other place outside Asaba. that it will amount to waste of money. So, but however, let's just watch this short clip of where the convention happened. It's not too recent, you know, it's something that happened some months ago, you know, where the convention happened at Enugu, according to the way it was presented, of which Ebanke people were after to join the Anioma state of proposed. Hey, now wow, yeah, God, well, yeah, regional for what the here regional for here. Well, your opportunity. If you like, you grab it. If you don't like, you leave it. Well, however, I said that my wife is from Onichuku. I married from Onichuku, so Anioma people are my in-laws. All of Anioma people, they are my in-laws. Okay, so let's have a watch on this clip. Thank you.
This was how Anioma people, Ibanke people, converged in Enugu State to deliberate on the state creation, to have their Anioma state. You can see how everybody was seated, both their traditional rulers and other people.
So, asina atuolo omaro atukwa no feko fenyisi no fia. Una fugia now. People are struggling to go back to their roots, to belong to where they belong naturally after their eyes has opened. Banker people need that until other people realize who they are and try to correct what the government has created for, you know, a kind of a divide and rule system to disarm some people of the southeastern region and also to balkanize the southeast. That was an intentional act, you know, but some people want to take advantage of it. But at the long run, it will not go well for them, because anything that comes out negatively will affect across board. It will be taken across board, just like what happened in the Civil War. So with this, let me hear your opinion about this video. Until I come your way next time, I say bye for now.